What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Lit Wheels. Your boy Josh here with another show. Hope everybody's doing good. Like I always say, man, hope everybody's been hunting what they want. Hope everybody's collection is growing. And yes, we're super excited today. We got a box of a piece that I've been waiting for that I got through Whatnot. I'm super excited that I got that piece. As a matter of fact, and it's actually a convention piece. I'm adding convention pieces now. Started picking up convention pieces, and super excited to have this one that I picked up. Yeah, I'm super excited to have this one because this is a piece that I think that is. I love the casting for starters. I love the casting, and it's a piece that I could tell that it's a strong piece on the collection, so I'm very excited about that. Want to give a quick shout out to all my subscribers, all my followers, those that hit like, all of you guys that are just watching. Thank you for taking this time. I always try to make it less than 30 minutes, but it's kind of hard because I get real excited and blah blah blah. But before you know it, everything goes out pretty quick. But I just want to share this with you. I started collecting convention pieces, right? And I think they're special. I like convention pieces, especially when they kind of like put the numbers on them. They number them. And I think when they number them, I think that is so cool because it's almost like the M2 pieces, especially like the chases and stuff like that. You can see how much are out there, you know, how much they made of that piece. Whether it's 5,000, 30,000, it doesn't matter, but at least you have an idea of how many pieces are out there. And with this collecting stuff, man, it kind of puts you in the perspective of, yo, how pretty good is this piece? You know, if it's a low-end piece that they only made a few of, 1,000 or 2,000, then you already know you got a piece that is real, like, boom. There's pieces that they only make 100 of. There's pieces that they only make 20 of. So, you know, when they put these numbers on these pieces, they make it more exciting, I think, to the collectors. I mean, this is my experience. This is what I've been getting in the last 2 years of collecting. This is how I'm looking at it. I know there's probably collectors that have better views, other YouTubers that have better understanding of it. But like I always say, guys, this is my collection, and I'm sharing my feelings on the collection, on how it's evolving. You know, and that's part of what I like to share with you guys. I don't come saying that this is what I know and this is what it is. No, this is my experience as I'm going. You guys ever heard of the saying that you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Well, if I was collecting and I was a young guy, then you could probably have a lot of tricks to teach me. But, you know, at my age, at 52, I picked up this hobby super, super late in life. It's kind of hard to tell me, you know, because I don't go, you know, trying to like I do go with the hype. I know what's hype, but I also use my experience as a car guy that grew up loving cars, you know, racing cars and doing all kinds of stuff in the street scene on what the cars are that I'm looking for, especially on these Hot Wheels, the 164 scales. I mean, I do get 143s every once in a while, but the 164 scale is pretty much where I narrowed it down to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I said before, you know, I've had so many cars in my life, RX-7s, Toyota Celicas, all these cars that take me back to that memory of when I had them. It's kind of special. But at the end of the day, I'm an enthusiast of cars. I love cars. I've had many cars, built many cars, and I love it. And you know, having them in my little room back here and playing with them and watching them and doing this it's made it. And I'm sure that a lot of you can relate to what I'm saying, right? But yes, these convention pieces, I'm very stoked up with them, and I'm gonna go ahead and share them with you guys so you guys can see. But then I'm gonna show you guys the convention piece that came in today that I was really dying to get, and then it's evolving to that. Like I said, like 8-9 months ago on one of my last videos, this collection is gonna evolve to another level, and that's what I've been doing lately. You know, I want to give a big shout out also to all of you guys. Check out Lit Wheels and Whatnot. I do a lot of shows there. I try to do them on Friday midnights, like around 12 o'clock midnight. I try to throw sometimes here and there, I try to throw in some like last second shows just to go ahead and get a couple of stuff out of the way so that I can go ahead and get other stuff. So I keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying? I keep it rolling. I don't consider myself when I put it on Whatnot, guys, like for example, if I get this car right at the pegs and it cost me $6, if any of you visit Lit Wheels at Whatnot, you'll always see that I won't put this car, even if it's the hottest of the hottest, for $6. I won't put it for like 20 or 30. No, I'll go ahead and sometimes I'll start it at $5 and let you guys decide what we're gonna go ahead and get for it. There is pieces exclusively. Let's say, like if we're looking at an old, like let's say something like this. I know you're not going to be able to get this in the peg. We know already that this is not going to be an easy car to be found on the pegs or anything like that. These are old collections that they're valuable. They already have a certain criteria of how much they're kind of going for. If you look at eBay and stuff like that. Well, things like this, you know, I won't dollar start it because I'll be like, kind of scared about dollar starting it. And it all depends on the crowd that you have on that show too. I mean, you got guys that go in there and they got over 100 viewers on their thing, so they dollar start it because they know that that thing is gonna pick up. In my case, I'm not a big, I'm not a big seller there, so I usually get like a flow of like 20 or 30 people that are right there throughout the show with it of the timing. Yeah, you can run around 200 or 300 people, but it's still, you don't know, you go by that little red dot up there that tells you how many people are right there that are getting ready to view or to swipe. So a car like that, then I'll try to tell the crowd. I mean, I'll be like, you guys tell me what you're willing to pay for it. If it goes close to what I'm asking for, what I think I want for it, then maybe I'll consider running it. If not, sometimes I'll put it in the shop, and you can check out the price in the shop. If you want to give me a counter offer, if you want to try to give me an offer, then we can go off of that. But I'm sure that that's how everybody works on Whatnot or whatnot. So we keep it like that. However, check me out on Whatnot, Lit Wheels. I do a lot of shows there. It's a great platform. I can't say enough. I've been saying this since the first time I used it, like about a year and a half ago. I've been coming on my YouTube telling you guys, look, I love buying at Whatnot. I love selling at Whatnot. It's an awesome platform, and I'm very grateful for them for that opportunity because it keeps it in the fun factor. It's the fun factor about it that I like. So anyways, let's check out some of these convention pieces, right? Let's take a look at some of my convention pieces. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 convention pieces and counting. 7 convention pieces and counting. This was my first convention piece that I got from Cool Casting, good seller on Whatnot, Cool Castings, and it's the 2024 collection Supra from Atlanta, Georgia. And I know that I'm gonna get the opportunity to go to one of these conventions live, man. I just gotta set my schedule up right and see if I can go to one of these personally, man. Fun. I think it'll be amazing. I have a friend that told me that, he's like, Josh, you gotta check them out. They're amazing. When you go there, there's a lot of fun, a lot going on. So I'll definitely would love to go ahead and check out one of these convention things live one of these days. Hopefully we can catch up with that. But of course, like I said, see here in the back. Let me see if I can turn. Well, this one I can't turn the camera around. However, this one here has 6,200 pieces made of this Supra. 6,200 pieces made of this Supra right here, right? Now, 6,200 of this card. I don't think you guys can see it right there, but there it is. I think out of that 6,200, this is number 5,720. So it's on the higher end of it. But nevertheless, there's only 6,200 pieces of this card. So that number right there can dictate the value of the car. Like if you got the car with this, when it's less than 10, that car is going to be demanding a lot of money. From 10 to 100 is another factor. From 100 to 1,000 is another. From 1,000 to 2,500 or to the half of that 6,200, it's another factor. And then after that, then those are the ones that you're gonna get for like $90, $100, depending on what you're willing to negotiate on it. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of my first one. This was my first convention piece that I got right here, and I'm super in love with it. I didn't really worry too much about the number because it's actually a car that I want to keep. So I love Supras. The MK4 is an amazing piece. If I can get the opportunity to get a lower number, then I would. But if not, it's okay. It's not, as long as I have it there, I'm okay with that. I'm content with that. So this is the first one that I got. Then the second one that came into my collection was, I got this at the auction at the 2025. This was the 2024 convention, 2024. So this year, the 2025, they did the Las Vegas convention, and I believe it was Diecast Dad that was running this auction. And I was able to get this from Diecast Dad. Now, this is a 2025 Las Vegas convention, and this is what they call the one of one. According to this story, this car was the runner up against the color that they were going to choose, which the color that they were going to choose was this one, the golden Porsche GT3 RS. So this one ended up winning the selections. They selected this one to be the car of the night. So what they did was, this other color, the variant that went up against it, they did a one of one. This was the actual test model that they were going to run against it. So they made this a Hall of Honor car, meaning that, okay, it didn't make it, but this is the only one of one that's out there. So we were able to pick up this GT3 RS, the one of one. This went up on an auction. It kind of ran up there. I think it was $300 that it ran up to, and I was able to grab it. And then from the same purchaser, I got, for another $160, I got the actual car that came out of the convention. So I got, not only did I get the convention piece, but I also got the runner up. However, these came on a blister that wasn't like the greatest, man. The blister for this was like really, really, really pathetic. But I didn't like how it looked, so I decided to let it loose. But this is the card that it actually came on. That was the actual card right there that it actually came on, like that. Can I put it back in the blister? Maybe I could. The blister's in perfect condition. I still have the blister, you know. Very beautiful piece, but the way that the blister itself looked it on the card, it was very horrible. So I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and let it loose. So, you know, eventually I'll try to see how I can get it back in there somehow, get a nice blister or something that will fit in there and get it right back in there. But this was my second, these two were my second convention pieces that I got right there. So yeah, we got the Supra. We got the Supra. And we got the Porsche GT3. That was the second. Now, on the number situation on that didn't have a number. The one on the top, the gold one, didn't have a number. So I really don't know how many of them they made. But the one thing I do know, that the runner-up is only a one of one. One of one. That's it. Just one of one. And it got sold on a charity auction. That's the one of one. Beautiful piece, guys. I mean, amazing. That car is so impressive to look at in person. It's not even funny. Beautiful, beautiful piece, guys. Then the third one that I got, was the Datsun 510 wagon from St. Louis convention. No, California. Los Angeles, California. And this is a 2018 Los Angeles, California convention. Beautiful piece. Now this one, they made 6,000 of it. Only 6,000 they made it for this one. 6,000. They made 6,000. Out of that 6,000, this one is number 1,060. Like I said, it's less than half. A nice piece to have in the collection. Piece 1,060 out of 6,000. And it's this beautiful Datsun 510. Beautiful piece in the collection. Then after that, I did a trade for this one. We got this bad boy in a trade. And this is also from the 2024 LA convention. LA convention. And that's the Porsche 959, which I love this machine right here. This car is amazing. And these are the ones that they, on the back of the spoiler, On the back, on the top of the spoiler, they put the whole information of the day of the convention, where was the convention at. But this is a beautiful, beautiful piece, and I needed to have this on my collection. This card needed to be on my collection. This, they made 6,200. They made 6,200. The number on this one is number 576. 576 of 6,200. Beautiful piece, man. Amazing, amazing piece. Super stoked up to have gotten this one. That's the other one on the collection. All right, let's go to the next one. We're almost done, guys. I got two more to show you guys. My number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. My number 5 in the collection was the dinner car served for the 2025 convention at St. Louis, Missouri, which is the Skyline, the GTR. Skyline GTR, 2009 Skyline GTR. And this is a collaboration that they did for Kevin Ko. I think he's the designer in Hot Wheels. So he does a lot of the designings there, if I'm not mistaken. I believe this is what it is. And they did the theme according to all the achievements that he has done. For the dinner car, designer Kevin Ko with his casting of a 2019 GTR. This was one of his first licensed die-cast cars Kevin worked on when he began his tenure at Hot Wheels. The graphics are a homage to Kevin's career at Hot Wheels, showcasing aspects of die-cast, track set, and toy designs throughout the vehicle. The convention packaging was art directed by Julian Coles. So yeah, this was to one of the, I believe, the workers at he was almost like what Ryu was for them, you know, designing these little cars and stuff like that. So this one, they made 4,200 pieces of for this one. 4,200 pieces, with this one being number 432. And I think that's probably a picture of the guy right there, of Kevin, I guess. I mean, I don't know much. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's a pretty nice piece to have in the collection, guys. I just think they're, like I said, I'm doing a different collection of convention pieces that we're putting into the collection, and I'm super stoked up that I have it. You know how nice that is, that you will have a car or something, you know, dedicated to you on the Hot Wheel thing. That's pretty cool. That's why they do the Legends Tour. So if your car that you worked on so hard in so many hours makes it in that cut, then they can make your car as a Hot Wheel diecast. That'll be awesome, right? I would love to have my cars there one day. But then my last one, the one that came in today, and it's from the 2022 convention. 2022 convention. Now this casting has been a hot casting in my collection lately, and I'm sure in everybody's collection, because when we talk about this casting is I showed you guys the Porsche GT3s, I showed you guys Porsches, I showed you guys JDM with the Supra, the 510, and the GTR. But this is like, out of all the ones that I got here, this is the only Chevy one that I got so far. And I'm after that that Chevy Camaro, that Super Treasure Hunt. I'm after it, and I'm getting closer and closer and closer and closer to getting it. However, you guys already know that the 83 Silverado has a special piece in my heart, man. This bad boy right here, she that 83 Silverado, that bad girl right there is definitely, you gotta have this in your collection, man. I don't care how you get it. You gotta hustle, sell, do whatever you gotta get. But this is a must in any collection, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys don't think it's that cool, then let me know in the comments below. This is the 83 is all right. But every show that we go to, that I do any kind of whatnot shows or whatever, this truck tends to pack a punch. That truck tends to pack a real powerful punch, guys. It really, really does. I haven't seen that truck in no show disappoint. Literally, I haven't seen that truck in no show disappoint. That truck right there packs a powerful punch. When I tell you it packs a punch, and you know, the main lines or whatever, it really packs a punch, guys. So let me make sure we put this back here so it don't fall on anything or anyone. So anyways, the one that I got today, It's right here. This is the elephant in the room, guys. The elephant in the room is this one right here. I know, I gotta give it my little intro. I gotta give it that little intro. You know how it is. But here we go. I think this is a special piece right here. And this is on Hotwheels collection. The 83 Chevy Silverado from the 2022 convention. That's that bad girl right there. Fire! The card is in perfect condition. Amazing, amazing piece. They made 6,200. 6,200. This is number 2,354. And this is again from the Los Angeles convention. So far, the Los Angeles cars, they've been holding their weight down here. There it is. Beautiful piece, guys. Super stoked up to have this piece in my collection, man. That is my collection. Like I said, guys, my collection just growing little by little. I know it's not a lot, but I'm enjoying it, you know. I'm after that Malaysia Porsche, the Malaysia convention Porsche. That thing is fire. I gotta get my hands on that bad boy, but they're up there in price. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I got for today. That's my Hotwheel collection right there. Hotwheels collection. Guys, if any of these cars you like, I do sometimes change up my mind and I shift stuff around, and when I say it's gotta go, it's gotta go. Always come through my shows, man. We pack a lot of heat. Anybody that's been on my show that has bought, they can come in here and they can tell you guys, great deals and steals. That's my motto. Or the other way, steals and deals from Hotwheels. Steals and deals, guys, at Hotwheels. Come through. You won't be disappointed. You will go with boxes. Right now, got my wife back there in the back. We're preparing all the orders we did last night. Last night we finally made 2,000 sales on Whatnot. It's not a lot, but to me and my wife, two little old folks just having fun, it's a plus. Don't hoard all those cars in your house, man. Don't wait 20 years. I mean, if you want to, that's fine, and you're still gonna get your money. Don't get me wrong, but you know, I don't like to spend out of my pocket for this, and my wife doesn't allow me to spend out of pocket for these, so I gotta go ahead and try to, you know, sell to get. You already know the game. I mean, anybody that says here anything different, you're full of it. But anyways, God bless, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to my subscriber. Thank you. Listen, we're still 120 behind 500. I'm not getting there. It's okay. God bless you guys regardless. I'm doing this more for fun and sharing this with you guys. I'm not doing it to get monetized. Don't get me wrong, YouTube, I love you. Thank you for the opportunity to let me do this, man. This is like a therapy for me. So I do thank you for you allowing this platform for us to do this. To all my influencers out there, you already know who you are. Mustang, Nostalgic, Montreal. Even the guys that don't know me, I just want you to know that I thank you guys enough for all the information you guys are always giving. So peace, God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.
And